Hey everybody, it's Mark, your friend from Slot Journal. Got a short one today. I want to talk a little bit about one technique I use to improve the look of my cars, at least improve it in my eyes. I don't know. I know there are some other people out there who think the same way I do, and I really don't like black wheels on race cars. I know most of race cars, a lot of race cars come with black wheels. That's just the way it is in real life. And I'm certainly not going to take like a classic Porsche 917, which I think they most all have black wheels, and do anything to change the look of that. That's just the way they were, and those are classic cars. But there's a lot of cars out there that when I look in a black tire and a black wheel in the wheel well, everything just disappears. It looks like a black hole to me. And I've never liked that look. I just, ugh. So what I've wanted to do is obviously you can, take the wheels, you can put new inserts in, you can paint the wheels. People take them up and they'll spray paint them and maybe clear coat them. Another technique I wanted to try was just getting a paint pen. And there's obviously a lot of different brands out there that you can use, and I'll talk about that in a little bit too. But I just wanted to show you some examples of what I did. So I took a silver. I haven't used colors yet, but I'm going to want to do that. But I just want to show you. Here's a Carrera I took, and again, this had black wheels. This is a really pretty BMW that I had. Runs really well. But again, just pop the tires off on these, and hit the wheels. I haven't clear coated them yet. The nice thing about this one, I used the pen was really good. It dried in about an hour. Was able to put the tires back on, and didn't lose any of the paint. It stayed on really well. Give you another example. Here's another Carrera I had. This was a really nice runner I've had for a long time. This Mercedes, got this one painted and put that together. And again, to me, this is a massive improvement over what we had previously. And I think in the last episode I did show this crossbow as well. It got the same treatment. And I'm really happy with how that worked out. So I've got some other cars. I'm going to try some other. I may even try some colors. I'll see how those work. The metallics seem to work really well. To let you know, though, on these, the particular brand I used, I had this large color set I bought, again, off Amazon. This was the TANMIT was the brand. Now, at least the metallic silver so far worked really well. I put that on, let it dry for almost an hour. And when because I took the tires off, I left the wheels on the car, put the paint on, let them dry, and then I put the tires back on. And the ones I used, the TANMIT, were fine. No smudging, the paint stayed on, didn't come off at all. Other brand I bought, and I bought these afterwards. These were a metallic marker set I got. These were also on Amazon. These did not work so well. These come in some silver and gold pens, and these I put on. I let them dry about the same amount of time as I did the TANMITs, and I went to put the tires back on the car, and I just moving the tires over, trying to get it back on. It's smudged off. The paint started coming off. So that was kind of disappointing. And I went over it with the TANMIT, and that was the solution to that. It worked great after that. I'm also going to try, if you've seen SLOTR did a recent video on these. There's a brand he tried on Amazon. I'm going to probably get those and try those as well. Those look like they turned out really, really well. I'll put a link to his video there, so you watch that. I'm not going to redo it here, but again, try those out. I'm going to try them and see how that works. But again, it's just another option. One thing I found, though, is some of these cars, it works better if you can take the tires off. Obviously it's much easier to paint the wheel. And some people go to the top where you can take the axles out and take the car apart. I try to avoid that if I can. But one thing I ran into in some older cars in particular, it depends on what your tires are like. I had an older Carrera, and I went to start taking the tires off. I mean, the tires look okay. They're not melty or anything like a lot of people complain about, but they were hard. And I started, taking the front tires off, and the inner side, I almost started to see some cracking. And I thought, oh, I don't want to, because if I take them off, I don't have any replacements right now. So I thought, okay, so I just left them on. And because the paint pen has a very fine tip, I was able to get that done by leaving the tire on. The front tires are hard, which is okay because I don't want the front tires to grip too much. Luckily, the back tires on that car came off okay. I was able to get them back on. But that's another thing too. If you get the markers, sometimes what's nice, and the TANMITs are nice because they have a dual tip. They have a, a tip like that. And then they have a fine point tip, which makes it really easy. So in some cases, if you needed to do the wheel on the car even with the tire in place, you could get it done with this. It's going to take a little more time and care, and you don't want to get the paint on the tire, but it is possible. It can be done. You can also go buy Staff's wheels, which are really beautiful. That's an option, but probably $28 to $30 a set for a regular car. That's not something I can swing. I might do it for a few cars, but that's about it. I need a more affordable option. So I want to take a minute and introduce you some new additions to the stable here. Some things I've got. One is this Carrera. It's that crossbow. I can get it up here so you can see it better. I had the black and the really bright orange one, which was one of the first ones to come out. I just picked out this one, which is probably one of the newer ones to come out. Really like this car. I mean, I thought it was a great looking car to begin with. You'll notice one thing I did here, and I'll probably go over this idea in another video to follow up. But you see the wheels are no longer black. I had a silver paint pen, went over these, and it really, I think, improved the look of the car. So I don't have that giant black hole in the wheel well. I just think it makes it look so much better. Then the other car I got was I had my slotted Acura I bought a while back. That was the one that was a pink and black one. And like I mentioned before, I do like to get multiple cars, so they have a mate to run with. And I really like this black and blue Toyota. Picked this one up. I don't know, this one, I don't know if I'm going to give that the wheel treatment or not, but it's really beautiful looking car. And I'm going to add that one on to the stable of racing cars we have. But again, for a hypercar, and they're making some really really nice ones. They recently announced that they're going to be doing the Toyota, and I'm really looking forward to that one too, because I really like slotted. The price point they're at, even though they just recently went up to about $90, it's still $20 cheaper than Scale Auto, and I like the performance of these, at least for my home track, every bit as much. Okay, so here's where we get to what I call seen and heard. Things when I go into Facebook or the internet, different websites, or here on YouTube, things that people are talking about. And I guess the main subject that's come up lately is hype, and it's the hype around the NSR hypercar that we've seen out there. Lots of pictures and photos. Initially the photos they showed were really dark and kind of hard to make out. And people were asking, well, what is it? Is it a Porsche? Was it a Ferrari? What it is? We saw some more pictures, and people kept looking at it. People say, no, it's a totally new design. It's their own thing. And if you look at the pictures of a 499 and you look at the resin pictures of the model that they brought out and look at it, it's pretty clear what it was they were going for here. This is not any kind of trick. Yeah, there's some minor adjustments. The front end, it looks pretty similar. There's a couple angle changes there. The back end, there's a length on the side, the very back of the car. It's a little bit different. But, if you look at the spoiler design, the scoop over the roof, the rocker panels in the bottom, and some other things, it's pretty easy to see what they were going for here. So, in any case, that's fine. I'm glad. And I'm glad another manufacturer is getting into hypercars. Scale Auto has been kind of trying to corner the market with coming out with all these different designs, whether they're, for sale right now or they're jumping in showing, here's what we've got in development. And I was always hoping that wouldn't preclude other manufacturers from getting in on the hypercar, production. Obviously, Scale Electric has a Cadillac and a Porsche. SLOTR, thankfully, is coming out with a Toyota, and I've had some SLOTR versions and the Scale Electric. I'm pretty happy with them. I've got some Scale Autos too, and those are great. In fact, I'll be reviewing some of those in a future video pretty soon. But again, I'm glad another manufacturer is jumping in as well, because I think we need that. Personally, I like the slotted version. I think they're at the sweet spot when it comes to pricing and the capabilities of the car, at least for what I do on my home track. I know people out there who want to race. Scale Auto is the way to go, and I'm assuming the NSR, once those cars come out, are going to be really popular, for racing as well. So, but again, I don't see what NSR is doing here as being really any different from what Racer Sideways did with the fantasy car. I think we all know what that car is supposed to be. Likewise here, I think we know, if you look at the details, what this car is probably going to represent. If they come out with a red version, I'm going to buy it, and whatever I need to do, it's going to be, for all intents and purposes, it's going to be a 499 on my track, regardless. So that's my thoughts on that. Everybody has an opinion, but again, like everything else, it's good to talk about, and it's good that, again, we have another manufacturer coming out with examples of these great-looking cars. Hopefully you found that helpful. Again, if you like this kind of content, feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.